Hi guys, Kelsey here. I have to apologize for not doing my video last week. I was going through a lot. I think all of us were going through a lot. So this week we should have videos up. So again, I'm sorry for missing my video last week. This week's topic is about breastfeeding, formula feeding, our experiences with it. So I hope the other girls had a pretty good experience with theirs, but we'll find out. I pumped until Jericho was about a month old. I only put him on the boob until he was about 2 weeks old. So it was slowly starting to stop. I remember I'm part of a mommy group, and I remember telling them all my frustrations. Couldn't do it. I was angry and I was hurt, but I just so frustrated. I don't do well with frustrations, and if it's a constant frustration that I deal with all day long, every day, for weeks on end, I just don't want anything to do with it. So I made the decision at 2 days old. The doctor told me that his jaundice was still there. He was born with mild jaundice. He didn't have to be on the light. He didn't have to do anything like that. But he did have jaundice. If I ever show you guys pictures of him, you'll see that he's tannish. He's yellow is what it is. He's not really even tan. Well, he is, because I'm Native American. So when children are born in my family, oftentimes they come out really, really dark, or at least somewhat dark, and then as they get older they lighten up. And Jericho came out dark, but he also came out tan, so he looks even darker than he should. But that's just because of the jaundice, and because of the jaundice, the frustration of breastfeeding. I didn't have a supply issue, trust me. I was great in the beginning. I was overproducing, which I was very thankful for, because I was able to pump. Regardless of the fact that I pumped until he was a month old, I dried up easily. When I was in the hospital, the nurse, I had called her like twice, and I had told a lactation consultant, and I was just having issues from the very beginning getting him to breastfeed, and even just talking about it, just reminiscing on it, I'm just getting frustrated. The whole concept of, I know I can do this, but it's not working. And breastfeeding is a learning process. I know that now. I thought it was just going to come natural to me, and some women it does come natural to, and unfortunately I was not one of them. I knew how to take care of a baby in a lot of aspects, but the breastfeeding was the biggest issue for me. They gave me a shield when I was in the hospital, and the shield was great, but the size they gave me was too small. And because of that, I couldn't get him to latch properly because it hurt. I eventually just stopped at, I think, 2 weeks. I think I stopped getting him on the boob. And then the day that I decided to stop pumping, I put him on there, and it just, all hell broke loose again. So I just said, I'm done. This is it for me. I'm just going to switch to formula. So I went to WIC. They had given me an awesome pump. I tried to give it to them. They said, hold on to it, keep trying. I said, I'm done, it's not working. They just wouldn't take the pump, so I gave up. And on that, I just took it home, put it away, and they gave me formula. And he's never drank as much as they give me. And I would give him just bottles, and I would still have tons of formula left over. He's always eaten less than the typical time that they're at. Right now, he's eating 8 ounces of formula, and from what I'm understanding, that's a little bit less than the average 8-month-old. Maybe the same. I don't know. But he's always eaten on the lower side of the scale. He doesn't really eat as much as the other babies. What formula we use? We use the Prosobi Enfamil, or the Enfamil Prosobi formula. It's the soy version. I did do Similac in the beginning, and that was very, very tough on his stomach, and it made him very, very constipated and gassy, and he just wasn't able to poop. So we got him off of Similac, and we switched him to Gerber, and he started spitting up really bad and getting diarrhea and not doing well with it, so I figured he was allergic to it. And so we took him off of that, and I said that I want him on soy just because I want to see how that does. And at first it made him a little constipated, but that's because of the iron. But after that, he's had no issues with the Enfamil Prosobi soy. So he's stuck with that since he was a month old. He has always used just regular bottles. I've never really bought him anything. He used the Evenflo, I don't know, I'll have to look it up. Evenflo, I don't know. But now we use the Nook bottles for him. His great grandmother got him one, and he's been using those pretty much ever since. We've got some Looney Tune ones, but he doesn't really use those as much. We've got some real cheap bottles that I got, and he uses those, but I prefer using the Nook ones for him. In terms of what he's eating now, he's eating 3 bottles of 8-ounce formula a day. So he's getting probably about 24, maybe 16, sometimes 32, depending on the day. If he's being a grumper butt and he won't eat the baby food that I have for him or the adult food that I have for him, I will just give him a bottle because he's being such a grumper butt, and he'll have that, he'll be good, and then I'll try again later. But if he's just having an off day, he'll get 4 bottles instead of just 3. That way it's not much of a battle for both of us, because this kid has got a temper on him. Aside from the 3 or 4 bottles that he gets, I give him whatever we're eating. He's been getting more table food than he's been getting baby food now. I've got baby food sitting in my cupboard that I don't really like giving him. I just kind of don't really see the point of baby food anymore. He's 8 months old, and he's got 2 teeth, and he's able to eat whatever I basically give him. So I just make sure it's soft enough, cool enough, and just give it to him. And he's usually pretty good. If you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, anything like that, go ahead and leave us comments on our videos, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.